السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise and thanks are due to Allah. We ask His help and forgiveness, and we seek refuge in Allah from the evil of our souls and our bad deeds. Whomever Allah guides, no one can lead him astray, and whomever Allah leads astray, no one can guide him. I bear witness that there is no God to be worshipped except Allah alone, and I bear witness that Muhammad is His last messenger and His servant, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dear respected brothers and sisters in Islam, it's my honor, my pleasure to come here again to be gathered and to see these bright faces and to be gathered with our respected ulama, our respected imams, Sheikh Altaf Hafidahullah, our respected Imam Sheikh Nabil, respected Imam Mufti Sheikh Omar, respected Imam Ilyas, Jazakumullah khairan. It's the best company ever. I found, like when I went to Saskatoon 2 weeks ago, I sat with Sheikh Ilyas Hafidahullah Ta'ala, such a wonderful personality, mashallah la quwwata illa billah. And we had the Imams of Western Canada. We had like we established an association for the Imams of Western Canada. Mashallah, it's like we were united. You feel very happy when you see the Imams united in one place in Regina or in Saskatoon or anywhere else in the world, because it's the spirit of our religion. When we are united, we stand. United we stand, divided we fall, as I said in my khutbah Eid al-Fitr, if you remember. Actually, I haven't prepared something because I haven't been asked to say something or to give a speech, but I have an idea in my mind. I was reading in a book called Fiqh al-Sirah al-Nabawiyya. Fiqh al-Sirah al-Nabawiyya, how to understand the Sirah, the biography of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, by Imam al-Sheikh Mohamed Ramadan al-Boot. He's one of the Syrian scholars, rahimahullah ta'ala. He's from Ahl al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah. Imam al-Buti hafidhahullah mentioned in this book that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he migrated from Mecca to Al-Madinah, he started to establish the pillars of the real Islamic state. You know, the real Islamic state. And the real, and put the word real between two brackets, the real Islamic state doesn't slaughter innocents. The real Islamic state, which the Prophet built alayhi salatu wasalam, it has three pillars. Three pillars. The first step he taught alayhi salatu wasalam once he arrived to Al-Madinah, number one, the first step is to build the masjid alayhi salatu wasalam. The first step he taught, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. If you want to have a Muslim community, if you want all the Muslims to be gathered, if you want your youth, your children to be gathered in an Islamic environment, you must have the masjid. You know, I made a survey once a day in Huda school because I'm teaching over there among the youth in the high school. So why don't you come to the masjid frequently? And they give many reasons. Some of them said because we live far away from the masjid. Others said because we're busy, we're studying. Others said because we work and we pray in our workplace. And others said, very important issue. They said when we come to the masjid, we just find some people who criticize us and try to limit and restrict our lives. You know, it's a big problem. So when they come to the masjid, they should feel comfortable. We know that Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam said, حُفَّتِ الْجَنَّةُ بِالْمَكَارِهِ وَحُفَّتِ النَّارُ بِالشَّهَوَاتِ. If you want to be admitted to the Jannah is surrounded with the difficulties. It's difficult to go to the Jannah. It's not that easy. And Allah is surrounded with the passions and desires. So it's difficult, we know. But when it comes to the youth, you have to know that they live in an environment where they have freedom in everything. So you have also to consider this. If you want them to come to the masjid, don't try to restrict them. Everything is haram, everything is just restricted. So the first step he took, alayhi salatu wasalam, he built the masjid, number one. Number two, he started to create the spirit of brotherhood between the Muslims. Immediately, number 2, to make them brothers. So no matter I'm from Egypt, you're from Bangladesh, you're from India, you're from Pakistan, you're from Syria, from Iraq, from Libya. It doesn't matter in our faith, in Islam. We're just the brothers in Islam. قال الإمام ابن تيمية رحمه الله, and I always repeat it again and again in any gathering, I have been to, I repeat this saying, this beautiful, wonderful saying to our Imam ibn Taymiyyah رحمه الله. إن سألوك عن شيخك فقل شيخي رسول الله. If they ask about your sheikh, my sheikh is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. No, my sheikh is so and so and Imam Fulan. No, he's Rasulullah خلاص. And I don't think any Muslim may have an objection if I say my sheikh is Rasulullah is Rasulullah alayhi wasallam. وإن سألوك عن جماعتك, your group, your جماعة, and which جماعة you belong to. I'm with the جماعة. Which جماعة you're with? وإن سألوك عن جماعتك فقل هو سماكم المسلمين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that in the Quran. He has called you Muslims, all the Muslims. وإن سألوك عن لباسك, what you wear usually, you say ولباس التقوى ذلك خير. التقوى, piety, and fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وإن سألوك عن أخيتك, which masjid, in which masjid you pray? To which sheikh you listen, which imam you listen to, which imam you agree with his ideology. وإن سألوك عن أخيتك, where do you pray? Say ألا إن بيوت الله في الأرض المساجد. The house of Allah on this earth is al-masajid. Any masjid, someone is saying in the member قال الله قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, خلاص. Forget about his madhab, his ideology and that things, right? Okay, and then the last pillar he did alayhi salatu wasalam, or he established when he migrated to Al-Madinah, is the al-wathiq. Al-wathiq means the constitution for the Muslims, how to deal with one another, how to deal with other than Muslims. It's very important to have a constitution for the community, for the masjid. So three pillars. It's my idea today. I don't want to make it long for you, inshallah, myself. The first pillar of an Islamic community, the first pillar of an Islamic state, real Islamic state, is al-masjid. Number 1, so support your masjid. Number 2, to build or to make the bond of the brotherhood between the Muslims, all the Muslims. Forget about nationalities. And the last thing is the constitution, how to deal with one another. أخلاق, manners and etiquettes. وأقول قولي هذا وجزاكم الله خيرا وأسأل الله تعالى أن يعلمنا ما جهلنا وأن ينفعنا بما علمنا وأن يزيدنا علما وصل اللهم وسلم وزد وبارك على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. جزاكم الله خيرا.